shit. Do 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 do. Oh, eh, you never said a word, you didn't say me no the dark. I'm waiting for you, man. See, I never slowly dying, I'm wasting no time. Don't think I could forgive you. Hey, the secret compliment, and the man will be no more. Don't think I could forgive you. My girlfriend. She looks like my girlfriend. Ah? Huh? Huh? Alright, let's go. I am doing things for content. What am I doing today? Giggity giggity. Oh my god.
Add Astra. Thank
Sauce.
you for completing today's commissions.
Yeah. 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 You never said it would have been sending all around. Yeah. Yeah. You never said it would have been sending all around. Don't think I could give you. See, I was slowly dying and wasting no more time. What? People. 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 Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I have to do this. Nahida. Nahida-san. Nahida. Nahida. No people? No people. No people. No people.
Add Astra Abyssosque.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How are
Just got
you?
back from school.
Cool. Great.
It's all there is.
I'm tired of school already this year, and I'm good who.
Well, my days, like, I'm also tired of school these days because, I guess being, single me, no girlfriend, with, like, my best friend is, flirting with my crush. It's, it's annoying to see it every day. Like, that, my best friend and my crush, they're like, with each other. It's really annoys me. But, like, yeah, I'm already tired from school. To be honest, it's hard to be in school. I feel like this year
Add
has been
Astra Abyssosque.
very harsh to me. But okay. Hey, flower. Forget flower. Look at that, 54 wishes. 54 wishes, that's a lot of wishes. Hold on, let me see now. What is the situation? Where can I see the next pool?
Same, my friend and I have the same crush, so this is going to be a fun 5 years.
Wow! Wow! You know, it sounds harsh. My best friend crush, but we're like, me and her, we're never going to have something because of something that happened.
Welcome to Mondstadt.
And duo to do that thing, me and her will never be together because of what happened. Look at this ether boy. Looks so good, so beautiful. Looks so good in purple, bro. Which means the power of electricity. Yeah. Ooh. Yes.
Maybe you're not used.
Let's see. Cool.
Someday we will find a nice someone, hopefully.
I hope
If
so.
you ever have.
I hope so. Look at this, my butterflies, beautiful fireflies. We have an animal, we have Electro. Where is he? Where is it? Wait, hold on, let me make it easier. No. Yeah. We have Geo. We have Dendron. Basically we have all the elements here. So that is nice. Uh,
And I'll be able to play Fortnite this weekend. Yay.
cool. Lol. Okay. Hmm. Geo. Huh? Knock it up! 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 Whew.
Can I get advice on something? It isn't anything personal.
Sure thing. Talk to me. Oh my god, so beautiful. What's up? Talk to your streamer boy. Look at this beautiful butterflies. Look at you. Come on, babe.
Maybe you're not.
Mhm. Okay.
What do I do when a friend is depressed? She said she told me, her mom and her therapist, but I want to help. What could I do?
If you ever had.
It's like which has his depression, and he told me about his thinking about suicidal things, and well, I guess that uh, the thing I did was I told the the principal of my school so I could help him get help. But since my friend didn't ask for help, he was mad at me. I'm not trying to give you um, a plan to make your friend mad at you, but like if this friend of yours won't tell an adult about her or his depression, then sometimes you need to do those things yourself. Uh, Alright, I'm gonna do it in front of your face. Listen, Jebba, I need to tell you something before A arrives. Can I tell you? Like, it's like super important. No, like wondering if I can tell you about it before A gets to the stream. Only if that's okay with you, though. Wait, are you here? Oh yeah, you're here. Okay. Alright, let's do this. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
just laged a little, because of my dumb internet. Hi.
Hey Mayu!
But THX for the advice.
So listen, J-Byte.
Hi Miu.
Mayu, I'm thankful that two of you are here, because I'm gonna tell you something. If I'm going to win my first attempt on the Raiden Shogun, I am going to buy a face cam. That's all the information. F is for the do.
Oh, nice.
What the fuck? Huh? Huh? Do I need to like leave?
I mean, I don't mind if you don't want to show your face, you don't have to.
I know. Hold on. Now oh, now I can see it. Cool. Hey. Oh. Lol. A is for Sunday. I is for I need is. No, S.
I will bribe Hoya so you get Raiden. GL when it is her banner again.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe
the Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help? Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently, Rift Hounds are attacking the roots of the sacred Sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target. The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already? Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred Sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Hound's attacks, they are finding it difficult to defend against them. Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monsters. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Hounds has failed to substantially ameliorate the
I saw
situation.
Bale is gonna become playable.
Baiju? Baiju? Like Dr. Baizu of Chi-Chi? Ooh.
You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on your map the areas where Rifttown appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't encounter too much trouble overcoming them.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abasosk.
Where is the A in this story? A bullshit. Okay. Um. The Grand Narukami Shrine. 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 I am stupid.
KV's official art is smiling. Face with smiling eyes, face with hand over mouth. I'm very NIC3. Nice asterisk.
Yeah.
They're attacking the sacred Sakura! Stop them!
No. These bitches.
Higher, hands on fire!
Take this! Following thunder! Yeah.
I don't like the fact that
I
they're
don't
like
like
the bloody.
as much though.
No! Fuck off! Fuck off!
She's like jointly old and ugly.
Oh my god, stop hating. Whoopee!
Go.
Take this!
Let's spark things up a little.
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the
Huh?
Mario Commission needed help! Come on, travelers, you can take them!
GG. Raiden! Raiden! Raiden!
Torn to oblivion!
Let's go!
Shogun? Wait, no! Could also be A!
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them! That was amazing!
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you. If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, Matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth.
I GTG for like an hour, but I'll be free back later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby. All of them must be eliminated.
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kinda makes you feel invincible, doesn't it? Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Conria. This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh?
Hello, cutie.
Hello.
What's this?
Hey, I have something to tell you. So I got to this part where with the Raiden Shogun, and I made a deal with you.
Doing my quest here.
Yeah, I made a deal with my mods that if you help me build the perfect artifacts to kill the Raiden Shogun on the first try, I buy a face cam tomorrow.
Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our journey. But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
It'll help you surely.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you we will defend Inazuma until our dying breath.
It'll help to build your Hutao and Dilla.
Inazuma is engulfed in darkness.
I need my
Beasts
Hutao
and horrifying monsters are everywhere.
And my Chi-Chi.
They're merciless, ferocious,
And
they will
Ika.
devour everything in their path. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now.
Back.
But they'll be back.
Hi.
Look, get out of here. Now! There's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but ourselves. I don't know how.
What weapon do you have for Futao?
But if we abandon our hope,
something
then
for
we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's... the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But... what do you mean? Shogun?
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could...
Prototype and all craftable weapon is bad for Futao.
But how?
Oh, fuck.
Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my...
Do you have white tassel?
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
Huh. I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred Sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma 500 years ago. Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late, otherwise it would spread to all of Teyvat. But my friend, Kitsune Saigu, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Kanria?
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to protect the people. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart.
Hey.
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive. But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever. When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss, but also new encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But as Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth. I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
Expected, there are a load of rift hounds here too!
Leave them to me. Illusion shattered! Ha! Ha! Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go!
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time. I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Ah, makes sense! Spoken like a seasoned shogun! The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this. Hey! The same light is leaking out again!
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about 500 years ago, too.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do? injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided to stay. And now the almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then? People flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories, I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. And so, people must make the most of the life they have, seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts, and have no regrets in the end. So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be satisfied.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. What a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, it went dark a long time ago. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. So, never mind, eh? Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. One moment, I'll just... I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be...
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is... complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
But... well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me. I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much, and it makes Paimon so sad.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
Oh, wait.
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun! How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea—
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto. He may well have had always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings. They are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations
Oh my God!
light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me. Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something innate.
That's, quite a lot.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are
Dylan's friend.
forward and evolving?
Hello.
I suppose what it comes
Okay,
down
my
to
mods
is the
say hi.
definition of eternity she set out with.
My grandma, okay?
Die, bro. Just die. I hate you.
I'm gonna talk to you later, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Look at his face. Bye. Jibber, look at his face. I think he's mad. He's like, you're not going to tell me about Karnia? Tell me about Karnia. Not all of your sister.
Yes, it does.
Makoto.
I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity. But now, I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your Excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the Almighty.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
Take care, Almighty Shogun. You too, Traveler. And you too, you take care too, anyway.
Wait. Electroculus, daddy. Oh my god. This is the Electroculus quest. See that? Oh, you already speed.
Hey, where'd he go? He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long. As was the case.
So we won't get to drink his tea? We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate. Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a... I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any made... The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it. You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now, I'd like to broach a heavier topic, if I may.
I'm gonna be back soon. I need to go wake up my grandma.
Ola, bye for now.
No, I'm not saying bye. I'm just like going for like 2 minutes. Surprise, I'm back.
The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu, they also took Makoto away from me, for good.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or Perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening, yes, it was too late. I arrived only in time.
Which or YouTube Genshin Impact live person do you watch?
Already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point.
Um,
So all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthymia.
I think my favorite Genshin YouTuber is, his name is Coder. He's not like really famous, he only has like 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. No, on Twitch. That guy's not famous, but he's good. And he also got me into Genshin, which is good. Yeah.
What is his name again?
Code RR. It's like Coder. Coder. It's like code and then RR.
It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Even in those final moments, I couldn't understand her actions. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to shield me? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely, and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness. With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land, and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Sister? I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma, and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Team Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last. Once again, please leave them.
Hey! Are you sure?
Fear not.
It's time!
Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Bitch?
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! Shine down!
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just we'll deal with... Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too! Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men! They're coming back for more!
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the
Raiden!
Shogun!
I have some for you. It's over!
Opening box of Adepti tricks.
Lol.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little.
Take this! Thunderclap! Lightning slash!
You're in for a little.
Not my hotel.
Take this!
Guys.
Lightning slash!
No.
Your delay is like, oh my god. Finally.
Heal, heal, heal.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly
I
awe-inspiring.
liked the story quest, it was fun.
The monsters will definitely
Hello,
come
new
back.
person.
And when they do, it'll be more than a few rift hounds this time.
Killer.
Quickly, escort Her Excellency.
When everyone sees the almighty Shogun safely
Hello,
return,
Kibble.
their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best. But the almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the time
Hello,
of
Kestrel.
despair and lead us onward into the future. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the almighty Shogun.
Thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain.
How was your day?
But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well,
Good as well.
Raiden thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now, and that's what counts.
Thank you for your comforting words.
Nice.
But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's move on. He looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh? She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up! What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body... I can't move it. It looks like... the situation... No need. She is calling me. Can you help me walk? I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Why? What's in there?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's happening! It's happening! Oh my god. It's happening. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It's happening. Really? What? Where am I going?
Raiden is a kind, powerful and inspiring ruler. She's just a little tense sometimes.
Yeah. There it is.
We're finally here. The entrance should be nearby.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
It's getting worse again.
The fight.
But it's fine. I'm about to put an end to it all. This is a place.
Upgrade Liu and Mondstadt statue to get more stamina. GL Dylan.
The entrance to Raiden
Hi.
Makoto's
Hello.
consciousness. It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body as I please.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Follow me.
Where are we
Huh? 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 You didn't even...
Paimon's dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time? Whoa. This place... Look! Look over there! It's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that... the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty
Hello,
than your
KJN.
former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse! Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but Hei's showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. I would not try to change her if...
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? They both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down and disgraced.
Wait. Bullshit. I don't want to kill
Though
you.
your blade has been cleansed of her blood and
It's like a robot with a soul.
once did.
I don't want to die. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Okay.
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
Oh my god!
The Kitsune Sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black
How
rain.
the fuck? What the
As
fuck?
long as the
How?
ley
Why is
lines
she healing?
flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Huh?
Your verdict is decided. This world, a fleeting shadow.
Where are you?
There is no escape.
Let me kill you.
HU chatter. Facts.
Third, big
Cheater! 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 You're a cheater!
shine down. Absurd.
Come on, let me kill you.
Only Raiden can defeat Raiden. No Electro characters can.
Let me. What the? No. How? How do I know? How would I know? How would I know? How would I know? How do I know? Okay, this is the only one.
Thunder.
How did I?
Torn to a
Because she is immune to Electro.
all of Inazuma.
No!
Inside of
Stop
the ancient
healing!
gods.
Stop
There
healing!
shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time.
Why is she healing?
Stillness transcendent. Strike dead. Shine down.
The puppet that slashes two at once is the real one. Come on.
I'm here.
How do you kill?
Have you finally defeated her?
Not even
It
close.
appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living beings, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking. One that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change. And Inazuma can never move forward.
Until now it's easy to kill her. Now when you unlock her as weekly boss it is the toughest.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not gonna do it without you.
Centuries. And no matter how many times we 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them.
Just try it once alone and see.
No. Never.
I understand that.
I love the fact that her eyes glow.
Yeah.
Our true
Looks so good.
eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist, is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
No.
Just try once, you lose nothing.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do?
Good
Are we
point.
really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever? She was making sense, and maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still.
Grinning, squinting face that is lazy.
Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and what if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never leave again. Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, help her win the fight? Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel Paimon now.
We're supposed to go talk to Miko.
Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly forgot. Who knows if she really understands the...
Dylan speedrun the dialogues.
Why? I'm not interested. Run. Okay.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech, do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Ice Pack to the rescue.
Yeah! The playable pack.
Yui Miko.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable, presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now? Rushed into it without thinking. Well put.
Or else the Electro Archon will cut your electricity.
So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help?
Please don't take my vision.
Who gave you that
Wait,
idea?
I don't have a vision. Don't take my electro powers. Yeah.
Doing this on purpose, for sure.
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden
Good point.
realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like? Anyway, we needn't worry about the first things first. Follow.
Okay, we're doing this again. We're going back again. Oh my god! What the fuck? Okay.
Hear your characters.
No. Yes. Okay.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can
when you die, heal them.
where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there. What?
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos,
Did you see the Raiden's final form?
The one with the
If you
big
try
hands?
to
Yeah, I
force your
did.
way in, you could be
It's
swept
creepy.
away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time.
No, not yet.
Precisely why, when entering the
I mean, I
plane of
saw it when
euthymia,
I
it's
fight the
much
weekly
safer
boss
if you
on
place your consciousness in
the
a
Raiden
physical
Shogun account.
object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon's thinking.
Ooh, that yeah.
You two can go in.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal? Oh. Well, if you're quite sure, then of course. I say. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination. Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands.
Cool.
For my sake, and for Inazuma's.
Rico, you better know what you're doing.
That's enough chatter.
No. Cutscenes. 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 Oh my god.
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Why didn't you focus on your sister, dumb bitch? You could have focused on your sister. Hey, Raiden.
Huh?
And what about I?
How can this be? You have returned.
Well, I'm
How were you
his
able to
sister.
get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years? This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost. And never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor
Sisters
to the
before
Titan
Archons.
Is the daughter of I.
of eternity. Now these two
you could say
return
so.
once more to this space.
I first.
No.
An
You mean
inevitability
first.
of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new.
Archon before sister.
No. And this is a picture I'm saving. A picture of the Raiden Shogun with her sword. This is beautiful.
The time our duels took to fight
Please,
was
yes,
long enough
fucking
to
go!
witness the rise and fall of nations. The
Hey,
energy
Shogun.
they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans
No!
and turn day
Oh
into
shit,
night.
not this. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit,
And the
bullshit,
will
bullshit,
they
bullshit,
demanded,
bullshit.
Sufficient to penetrate minds
Wait, I
and
think like
crush
she's so easily
dreams.
kill her lol. Die.
Yet,
Don't die, don't die, oh my god.
endure. I will endure forever.
I will end your eternity. Oh no! Wait. Oh shit.
The final calamity! There is no escape!
Thank God.
Shine down!
I can do this! I can do this! I can do this! I can do this! Come on, come on, come on, come on! Yes, 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 yes! Dip, spaghetti dip, spaghetti double, 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 double! Yes, 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 yes! Dip, 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 dip,
There is
dip,
no
dip!
escape!
Let's go. I did it. I am done.
This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future. And you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens.
Her eyes. No. Thank God.
And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces.
Makoto?
I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, You held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you.
And remember I said that I had a math test. Yeah, it wasn't only that. There was 2 other tests.
Oh my god. And how did you hang up? How did you hang? How did you hang up on this? Did you survive? Did you survive the free test?
Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you.
I thought it sucked to say the least.
Tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it. Before my last shred of consciousness fades away, but it is you who must take the most important step.
Wait.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh?
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in
English narrative essay and a history essay. God. Too much writing.
No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity,
the concept of time becomes murky.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power really was involved in all of this. But whatever the explanation, her solution is what saved us all. Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness, but unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No.
PC on 5%, so if I leave that is why.
It was because the sacred
Okay.
Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing!
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there.
Bye. Be back in 20-ish min.
The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku Decree.
Really? That's huge news!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma. I'm looking forward to it.
What? Huh? Now what?
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Yaimiko said nothing of the sort, and the Traveler has some nerve making up spurious claims about her while she is still present. Some words are not to be passed on, trust me. You don't want to know the cost of betraying me. Just...
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Ooh.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. Makoto's gaze was always fixed on the but now...
If the people of the past deserved the god's attention...
Indeed. No, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
So, now what? Wait. What now? It didn't tell me I was done. Huh? Wait.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I will be sure to remind the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions of their duties in this regard. It's not only the monsters that I am worried about.
That's a tough one, all right. There's plenty more besides
Since you clearly understand, perhaps many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
What did I unlock? What have I achieved? All right, let's go. Now, I shall leave eternity. Have a good day, all of you.